Okay, so I wanted to come today for my second upload. Again, I'm gonna be trying the daily upload so far, streak one. I wanted to come today talking about a topic that's kind of came up in my head today. And it was about how disappointing anime games really are. You see, anime games are something that like everyone talks about because, of course, we want a game based off our favorite anime. Like it's not a secret to anybody that we want them. And I did touch up a brief bit on my fighting games video, which you should go check out, link below. That anime games for the most part are really disappointing. They're not something that everyone overly enjoys. They're more of the time kind of bare bone with no content and just aren't very good. Jump Force is a prime example of anime games not being very good. It's a game that came out very poorly made, very poorly optimized. It just wasn't very good overall. We have Hinokami Chronicles, which is a good game, but it still has its problems. We have One Punch Man and Hero Nobody Knows, which servers lasted I don't even think it lasted even 2 years. We have the My Hero fighting games, which are solid but not too great. And I think that's a problem with anime console games is they're coming out very half-baked and not very good. And I do think there are some good anime fighting games that do take a step in the right direction, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the Storm series. I do think those are good directions for anime games, but anime games in general have a massive problem with a type of game, and it's kind of plaguing anime games entirely. While there isn't a lot of console games, there is a lot of mobile games, and those are what we call gacha games. The reason why they're called this is because you spend money on essentially a Pokemon pack, like a card pack, and you get 10 pulls depending on the game you're playing. You don't get it, you buy more with your money. They gotcha. That's why they're called gacha games. And while some gacha games can be fun, like we have Dokkan Battle, we have Bleach Brave Souls, we have Grand Cross, some are just absolute terrible, terrible games. They are not very good. Most of them are shut down now, so I can't really pull up gameplay. If I do find gameplay, I will pull them up, but most of them are shut down as of now because of just how poorly optimized they are. We are even getting games that aren't even anime games to be turned into gacha games because they just make money. Genshin Impact is a prime example of gacha games becoming extremely popular, and majority of people don't even know that Genshin is in fact a gacha game. We have instances of Final Fantasy, a game franchise, making gacha games like Brave Exvius, and it's a big problem that's plaguing because these gacha games aren't very good, and they're very pay to win, they're very cash grabby, and it's really annoying that the fact that as anime fans, these are kind of the games we are stuck with, and it's unfortunate. Some anime are kind of stuck having only gacha games. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is a really big example. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which is a gacha game. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which I would consider a gacha game. You can not spend money in the game, but it's just easier to spend money in the game. See, some are gacha games, and it's very unfortunate. Like I said before, we have sometimes games that come out that aren't gacha games, but they're very half-baked. A good example of a anime that is not very good but has a potential to have good games is Sword Art Online. The potential of games that it could have and it could be made around it are actually really good. You could have a really good game come out of it, but the games that they do make are very half-baked. You have Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, which is a game that I have played a decent amount of, and it's not very good. The pacing of the game is very mediocre at best. The difficulty is insane. We just have massive difficulty spikes out of nowhere. It's one of the games that forces you to do side quests to level up your character, even if the side quests aren't rewarding, because you just need to continue being on level, and you can't stay on level for the main quest by just doing the main quest. And it's not like a situation where it's like you're like, oh, maybe 4 levels below. No, I have done 2 playthroughs of the game because I wanted to test this out. On my first playthrough, I did side quests and I kept going. On my second playthrough, however, I decided no side quests. When you are at one of the pivotal moments in the game and you're supposed to be level 40, I was level 32. You're 8 levels behind. And that's just not very good game design. Again, like I said, these anime games are very half-baked and they're not very good. Sometimes series can go years without getting a game at all. A good series that I want to talk about that doesn't have a game, actually, sorry, it has games, but it hasn't had a game in years, is Bleach. Bleach has gotten console games, and they've been okay so far. Like, they haven't been the greatest. I'm pretty sure the last console game Bleach fans has was Bleach Soul Resurrection, which it was okay. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it was a good 6 or 7 out of 10 at best. Like, it just wasn't very good. And then of course We get a game that is Bleach Brave Souls, a game that came out roughly like a good year maybe after Resurrection, and of course that is the last game Bleach fans have gotten that's been actually decent. And of course it is a gacha game. Now it is, while a good game, it has good gameplay and it has good mechanics, it's still a gacha game at the end of the day. You're still going to have to probably be forced to spend money or be a free-to-play player and save, and it's not a very good practice for game companies to continue making gacha games. I think they need to go and make console games that are good. We're getting a new One Piece game, and it's One Piece Odyssey, and I think if it does very well, that could be a good track. Anime games have been flip-floppity the last couple of years. We've been getting some bangers, like we have Hinokami Chronicles, which is a really good game, and then sometimes we get stuff like Jump Force. It's unfortunate, but it's just how it is, and it's something that needs to get changed because we are kind of tired of gacha games. I've noticed gacha games are something in a community that has been just not very good, and it's been something that's been flamed, and I think we need to fix the idea that gacha games need to be the way to go. And while I do play gacha games because unfortunately I have an addiction to them, because I do think some of them can be fun, I at the same time wish that these games like Seven Deadly Sins, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Naruto can get new console games, because of the fact that console games are where it's at. You want to play the console games. In fact, a game that's getting announced, Jujutsu Kaisen, it's a gacha game. I don't remember the secondary title. I'll probably have it up on screen though. It is getting a gacha game, and it's unfortunate because we haven't even had a Jujutsu Kaisen console game announced. So I think that companies are probably realizing how much money they can make, because games like Dokkan Battle has made $3 billion in lifetime revenue. So I think they realize these games make them a lot of money. So console games might be dead for the foreseeable future. If not dead, they are going to be slowing down, and it's unfortunate, but it's something that I think needs to get fixed. I need to get looked to, and I do think they need to come out with more console games. However, I don't see that happening because of how much money gacha games really do make. But this is something I wanted to talk about, and hopefully you guys agree that maybe they need to stop with the gacha games and the mobile games and release new console games. But this is all for now. I'll catch you guys next time.